Good afternoon from London. It's a bright spring afternoon here in London. And hello to all dear comrades, friends, and supporters from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche idea, chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, and the official delegate the Korean Friendship Association for the UK, and of course the owner of this very self-same channel, Songam 007, the militant voice of Songam and Juche in the UK, defending people's career with no ifs or buts. And of course today is International Women's Day, so it is appropriate to make a video on the subject of International Women's Day and its relevance in people's career. March 8th is celebrated as International Women's Day, or more accurately, International Working Women's Day. It was initiated in 1910 by the German socialist Clara Zetkin, who was later to become a leader of the Communist International, the Third International, and also the Communist Party of Germany, KPD. Throughout the world, International Women's Day will be marked. In countries of the capitalist world, the celebrations will be very modest and very muted. In fact, a lot of people won't even know that it is International Women's Day. However, in one country, the celebrations of International Women's Day are big, and in fact, already many events are taking place in that particular country. And of course, the country is People's Korea of Juche. In People's Korea, March the 8th is an official public holiday, and it's celebrated in all sorts of ways, by mass meetings, by different events such as sports games like volleyball, and also women are presented with flowers by their husband and children and family members. There is a hotel named after March the 8th in Sarawon City. In People's Career, you can even get greetings cards for International Women's Day. Now, I haven't seen such a thing in Card Factory in the UK. March the 8th, International Women's Day, is a meaningful celebration in the DPRK, because in People's Career, women's equality is very real. It's not a tick box exercise. Women are not regarded as sex objects or inferior beings, but as the flowers of the country. They are also regarded as one of the two wheels of the revolution. The great leader, Comrade Kim Il-sung, said, and I quote, "If a society is to run normally, women, who account for one half of the population, must play their role satisfactorily. If we are to revolutionize and working classize the whole of society, we must also revolutionize and working classize women. Just as a wagon cannot run smoothly if only one of its wheels functions, so a society cannot develop on a sound basis when only men fulfill their duties. Only when women are revolutionized and actively participate in the revolution construction can the whole of society be revolutionized and working classized." End of quotation. Respected Marshal Kim Jong-un himself also stressed, and I quote, "Even in the unfavorable subjective and objective situations prevailing now, our style of socialism is achieving a steady advance and development, and the strength of our state is being built up day after day. And all of these are inconceivable, separated from the loyal and patriotic minds of our women, including women's union members who are pushing ahead one of the two wheels of the revolution along the road to victory indicated by the party. End of quotation. In People's Korea, women have been liberated from double and triple oppression. On the 30th of July 1946, the Provisional People's Committee of North Korea passed the Law on Sexual Equality, which, for the first time in history in Korea, gave women equal rights with men, liberating women from centuries of oppression by feudalism and also Japanese imperialism. Among its many provisions was the stipulation that women should receive equal pay for equal work. This was 24 years before the UK actually adopted equal pay legislation, and even today, despite legislation and despite talk, there still remains a big gender pay gap in capitalist countries. Later, equal rights for women in the DPRK were enshrined in the Constitution as well as further legislation in 2010. Article 77 of the Socialist Constitution of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea states, and I quote, "Women are accorded equal status, equal social status and rights with men. The state shall afford special protection to mothers and children by providing maternity leave, reduced working hours for mothers with several children, and a wide network of maternity hospitals, creches and kindergartens, and other measures. The state shall provide all conditions for women to play their full roles in society." End of quotation from the DPRK Socialist Constitution. In People's Korea, unlike the capitalist countries, legislation on gender equality is actually backed up 100% by practical and substantial measures. Childcare is free of charge, and there is a big network of nurseries and creches, including workplace creches, and 24/7 nurseries. And also, a few years ago, the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea took the decision to supply dairy products free to all children in the DPRK. In the UK, nurseries are incredibly expensive. They run into like thousands of pounds. They are out of reach for low-income women. They only sort of favour bourgeois women. In People's Korea, the amount of maternity leave increased from 77 days in the 1970s to 150 days in the 1980s. And a few years ago, it was actually increased to over 200 days, which can be supplemented by regular and additional holidays. Women who have more than 3 children can work for 6 hours but get paid for an 8-hour day, something that would be totally unheard of in capitalist societies. Women hold important and responsible positions in the DPRK. Some are deputy to the Supreme People's Assembly and to local people's assemblies. When I visited the DPRK in February 2019, I was shown around the Pyongyang Ruyong kimchi pickle factory by a woman manager. It's quite common in the DPRK for women to hold important positions like director, vice director, manager, or head teacher. And of course, you've got prominent women in the DPRK like Comrade Kim Yo Jong, who is Vice Department Director of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. In contrast, in capitalist countries, women are very poorly treated. There is the massive and toxic sex industry of the capitalist world, which totally degrades women. Women also suffer from family breakups, marriage breakups. They also face the burden of household budgets increasing due to rising prices. In capitalist countries, even motherhood itself is demonized. Women from low income strata are frequently demonized in the media simply for having children. In People's Career, there are special benefits for mothers with big families, as I've outlined above. In recent years, the title of Communist Mother Honour Prize was instituted in the DPRK, and there are even national conferences of mothers. This as say, is totally different to capitalist countries. In People's Career, thanks to the people-centered socialist system and the leadership of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, and also the work done by President Kim Il-sung and Chairman Kim Jong-il, women are truly flowers of society. Long live Juche-based women's liberation in People's Career. Long live People's Career. Long live Juche. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button and please share content from the channel as much as you possibly can, because that is the way of defending People's Career with no ifs or buts. You can also buy publications. I've written many books about the DPRK, and there's also a few books that are jointly authored or collectively written. Please check out the link for our publications in the description of this video. You can also support us by participating in our events, both online and in real life. We've got an online event coming up in a week's time and a film night on the 31st. And we're hoping to switch over to some real life activities. Your support counts. Feet on the ground is what counts in defending People's Career with no ifs or buts. And lastly, you can donate to KFA UK and to myself. There'll be a link in the description. Thank you for your attention today. I wish everybody a very good day and a happy International Women's Day, and hope to see you all again soon. So it's goodbye from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson.